PAX East is this coming weekend. It actually starts on Thursday, the 26th, goes on to the 29th. I'll be there on Saturday, and I just kind of wanted to pack the backpack that I bring with me and show you all the accessories, the tech and the gear that I bring with me on trips to events like this. And the best way to start something like this is to show you the backpack. And it's not some $300 tech backpack like some YouTubers might have. It's actually my wife's backpack. I had a backpack that it was the same color, it was like a gray color, and the zipper broke, and it was really cheap from Target, and I didn't want to try to repair it, and I was going to get a new one, and she's like, just use this one, I don't use it. And it's like Vera Bradley or something, so it's like, it's machine washable or something. I don't really care. It's actually pretty sweet. There's roses on the inside, and stuff like that I don't really care about. This stuff doesn't really bother me. See, like the roses, no one's gonna see that but me, right? When I open the bag to look for something, so it's not really a big deal. But what I really like about this though is that it is machine washable, so if I spill anything on it, I don't have to worry about it. I can take all the stuff out and throw it in the washing machine, which is nice. So let's get started. What am I gonna bring with me to PAX East? I'm definitely gonna bring my 3DS. I bring my 3DS every single time because of Xeon, formerly of Nintendo Life, who talked about bringing his 3DS everywhere for street passes. Been doing that every year. Last year, unfortunately, I brought it and then forgot to power it back on because I usually power it off to save battery, then turn it on once I get to the event, and I did not turn it back on. I realized it when I got to my car to drive home, and it was off. I got 0 street passes last year, which is a shame, but I always bring mine just in case. And if you're in a line, like a really long line for something like to try a game or to like meet and greet or like do like a signing or something, like you got something to play, right? A 3DS is a super long battery, so you don't got to worry about burning up the battery playing a game for a little bit. But you do need to bring something like a charger. This is just like a USB-C charger. It's the one that came with my Steam Deck. Anything will do. There's outlets in there you could plug into, so definitely something like this. And to make it a little bit lighter, instead of bringing the 3DS charger, I found this online. I got this on Amazon. One end is for the 3DS to plug in, the other end is USB-C, so it doesn't matter if you don't have the actual 3DS adapter. You can get one of these and plug it into a regular USB-C power adapter, so it really lightens the load. You don't have to have a whole extra power adapter, which is nice. I'm bringing a tripod. This is a phone tripod. I know it's kind of weird looking, looks like a lightsaber almost, right? It's got a little Bluetooth thing that you can pop out, I think. Pretty sure, yeah, you could pop it out. It's a little like remote, so you connect it to your phone and you click it and it will start a recording or whatever, but you can pop it right in here for storage. This is MagSafe, so you can snap your phone on it. And I should mention, phone, right? You're gonna bring your phone like wherever you go. I'm going to be using my phone for recording, and so that was satisfying. This tripod's actually really nice because this magnet's really strong, so this isn't going anywhere. I actually find it a little difficult to even get the phone off once you put it on there sometimes, which is a caveat, but it means it's really strong and your phone won't fall off when you're trying to record something. This thing that's really cool about this one is that there's a button down here, and if you want to have the legs pop out, you don't gotta like fish your fingernails in there and try to pop it out. You just like slap the top or the bottom really, and the legs pop out, and then you can just easily just slide this up and just snap the legs back on, which is nice because you can actually like extend this out and just kind of like toss the tripod and it will just pop open. But yeah, you just kind of toss it, it lands on the button, the legs pop out, and it kind of like just catches itself, and it's really cool, really easy. No, like I said, no struggling with fidgeting on like a regular tripod. Each leg has like things to stretch. You gotta stretch out the legs and then lock each part, and it can be a lot of work. And if you're gonna be moving that around a lot, it's kind of annoying, right? It's great if it's gonna be in one spot and stay there for a while, and then you clean it up and you leave. But for something like a convention, something like this is awesome. Having my phone with me to do recording and being able to slap it on this is really nice. And when I want to get here, 1 sec. I actually had it hanging up there, so I had to grab it. This is like a around the neck POV thing. This is also MagSafe, so you can snap your phone in here. This is hard to do when you have a beard, because you have to actually clip this in, and I can't see what I'm doing. I can only kind of feel around for it. And I've had so many different times where I've actually, there we go, I got my beard in it and like snapped it shut with my beard in it. But yeah, you just like snap your phone on there and like you get like a POV thing, because this is easy. You turn the camera on and you just record. Actually, the Genki video of the Genki accessories from PAX East, I want to say, I'm not sure if that was last year, if that was the year before. Actually, I think it was last year, because it was the one right before the Switch, right before Switch 2 launched. So it was last year. They had a bunch of accessories for Switch 2, and I used this to capture all the footage of me like moving around and stuff. So it is super useful. You don't have to like set up a tripod and like, you know, move it along and like try to get a footage. Like it's just on you. It's so hard to kind of see what is actually like recording, because it doesn't go so far. They have ones that have more of an adjustable phone part where it has like ones have like a little, like almost like a little gooseneck thing that you can do it like several different adjustments, or ones have like multiple hinges where it comes out more. But this is super useful. And again, there's a little button that you press and it pops out. And I find this to be an awesome accessory to bring to conventions, because you can just put that around your neck and take recordings of stuff. It's actually really cool. I have these microphones, so you're gonna want to get good audio. Conventions are very loud. Luckily, it's inside of a building, right? So you don't need like the little fluffy things on top of the microphones. But I have these Hollyland microphones, and they have magnet, and you can clip it to anything. Clip it to like your shirt or whatever, and then it connects to your phone through USB. It's a USB-C. So you plug in your phone. It connects to the phone like almost automatically. It is awesome. It sounds really good. Couldn't be easier to set up. Like you literally plug in the USB-C, and when you take these out of the charger, it automatically connects to the adapter that you plug in, and there you go. I use a special camera app. I'm not sure if it automatically switches the audio over in the camera, the main Apple camera app. I use the Blackmagic camera app, and that is awesome. And you can physically go into the settings and change the microphone, which is really nice. You can change a ton of other settings in there, but that is one of the main things I like it for. And something else I'm bringing with me that is actually really cool, I'm really excited about. For any time that I'm going to be maybe interviewing somebody, let's say like I go to a booth and I really like a game and I want to talk to the dev or the PR person or whatever, and I want to have some good audio and talk to them as an interview, I got this little microphone adapter, and I got a little sticker with my face on it to go on it. And this blue, whatever this is called, the foam thing, it matches the color of my logo, which is really cool. And this just happened to be the one that has a magnet built in. There was a cheaper one that didn't have the magnet. You needed a microphone that has a clip, but you can put one of these microphones in there. Kind of have to store that magnet somewhere, but if you see, like, it snaps right in there. It's not as satisfying as the magnet that comes with it, but it's cool. And then you can just put this over, and it's a microphone. It's connected to your phone, right? You put your phone up on the tripod and you talk into it. I don't have this connected to anything, so you can't really hear the volume or the actual sound from the microphone, but it sounds a lot better than trying to talk and have the camera or have the iPhone pick up the audio. Because if you're right next to the phone, like if you have that the POV thing, talking and having it pick up your voice, it's not a problem, right? You're right next to that microphone that's in the actual phone. But when you want to talk to somebody and then hand it off, right? Be like, oh, you know, how long did it take to develop this game? You know, and it's like almost like a newscaster, right? It's more professional. And I love that I was able to get a little sticker. If you're at PAX on Saturday and you bump into me, ask me for a sticker. I got a whole page of these. I got printed these out at like Staples, right? It was cheap. So I got a bunch of these. I think it's like 20. I think I have like 20 of them. So if you see me there, say, hey, can I have a sticker? I'll give you a sticker. I also got some business cards I'm not going to show. I just have them just in case I want to give them to like a developer or like a booth and be like, oh, I really like what you're doing here. Like, if you want to have a video like on my channel, here's my business card and whatnot. But yeah, that is pretty much sums up like the technical stuff, the stuff that I'm using for content creation at least. So there are a couple things that I want to go over. Sorry, this thing is very satisfying, the sounds that this thing makes. But there's a couple things that I wanted to go over that I'm going to be putting in this bag that are not technical, or might be technical but aren't for content creation purposes. First we have headphones. Any kind of headphones would do, but any kind that has active noise canceling is absolutely necessary. If you're like me and you get very overwhelmed by a lot of noise that's just constantly happening at a convention, that's all it is. All you hear is chatter. For me, you know, I sometimes the chatter is so much I can't even like really distinguish stuff other than the outside of the chatter. So like I get overwhelmed. I need to sit down on the side or like go on one of the outside little seating areas outside of the main convention like floor. I pop in my AirPods Pro 2, put in the active noise canceling, and just take a few deep breaths and kind of take myself away from it, which is really useful to have, especially like I said, if you get overwhelmed by a lot of noise like I do. It doesn't matter which you have, right? If you have over the ear ones, awesome. Those actually might be a little bit better because they kind of like they cup your ear and they kind of like do isolating that way. You can get a lot of ones that are wireless but are cheaper. There's a bunch of wireless earbuds that have noise canceling that are pretty good, so you can spend like 30 to 50 bucks. I have earplugs too. Earplugs. Any kind of earplugs. I have ones that just they go right in your ear and they don't have like a cord or anything. They just have little tabs that you pull them out. Those are so useful because they are. It's not even just noise canceling. You literally are blocking your ears. They're so nice. And there's a lot of stuff for like if you become overwhelmed. Like any kind of hard candy is nice because that kind of helps draw your focus away. Helps you focus on something else other than the chaos, right? I have these coffee ones I really like. These are so great, but a lot of people recommend sour things that really like something. If it's something that's really sour, it draws your focus. It helps you like kind of drown out the stuff that's giving you all the anxiety. And you know, you're gonna be touching a lot of stuff that other people are touching, so I highly recommend some kind of like alcohol wipe or some kind of like hand sanitizer, right? Because you're gonna be like touching handrails on escalators or demo like pieces of things that like people have to show off something they're selling, and lots of people are touching those things. So you know, alcohol wipes, I'm gonna bring a whole bunch of them just in case, you know, just wipe your hands down to keep them clean. You don't want to get sick, right? But yeah, that's my tech bag. I bring a whole ton of things with me. Try to keep it light. Try to keep enough space to have my hoodie in there because it's gonna be cold. It's March in New England, and it's, you know, even though it's technically spring, it's probably gonna be 40 and raining, as it has been 40 and raining here every single PAX East that I've ever been to. Even the one last year, which I think last year was the one that was in May, and I remember the year before when I was leaving, they had a thing that was like warm PAX. It's gonna be in May. It's gonna be warm next year, and I remember saying, don't guarantee that. This is New England. This is Boston. This is like, you cannot guarantee warm weather in May. And guess what? It was the first week in May, which is definitely don't guarantee warm weather. It was 40 and raining, just like every year that is in March. And this is so funny. Like, I felt a little vindicated, but also I felt a little annoyed because most times I take the train in and I have to walk 20 miles. 20 minutes, a 20-minute walk from the T station to the actual convention center. So when it's 40 and raining, it sucks. So I wish it wasn't. Part of me does also feel vindicated. But yeah, that's my tech bag, I guess you could say. If you were there on Saturday and you bump into me, you see me, ask me for a sticker. Stop and talk to me. I love to talk about games. Tell me what your favorite game is at PAX East while you're there. I'd love to talk to you. But other than that, you can click on my face up here and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos about PAX East and conventions like this one. Or otherwise, I'll see you in the next one.